Alright, on this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I have my students paint their 8 by 11 sheet to make their butterfly similar to Eric Carle's. And on this particular assignment, I let the lower grades work on this assignment with the butterfly. I let them use watercolors instead of tempera paint. Watercolors are much easier to manage and not as messy as tempera paint. It's easy to clean up as opposed to tempera paint. So here is what I tell them to do. I have my students just paint whatever they like on the white paper. And use the watercolor. So I'm just going to kind of give you a demonstration. Just whatever they like. Just nice, clean. And you notice that Eric Carle had a lot of texture when he painted. So the way I have my students create texture in their paint with watercolors, I have them use a paper towel, kind of blot it out like that. And then that leaves a nice cool effect. And just keep the paper towel right beside them. I try to encourage my students to use bright colors as well. It can be a design if they like, or just paint however they want to. I'm just kind of painting as I go. Again, this paint is not as bold as tempera paint, but still gets the job done. Maybe have them put a little spots here and there. I want to try to make the painting semi-interesting, but not too messy, so to speak. And that's it for that part. And then I'll do is let this dry, and then on the next class session we will cut it out and create our butterfly. Okay, once the student's paper has dried, what we're going to do is have them to turn the paper on the back. And I'll pass out some stencils, which is the butterfly wing and the body of the butterfly. And basically what I'll have them do, before I do anything, I already have it laminated, so it'll be easy for them to trace. What I have them to do is basically, I want to use a Sharpie so you guys can see. What I have them do is to turn on the back, draw one side, trace one side of the paper of the butterfly. Flip it over, like another spot. And draw another side of other side of the butterfly. I also have them to find a space and draw their body. Now I could put it right here. I might put it over here just kind of, because I know the color is different on the other side. So I like that blue right there, so I might put it down here at the bottom of the blue. And basically just trace the body. This might be a little difficult to explain to the smaller kids, but the older kids will understand it. I have to do that. Cut out the wings. And this can be done on the second. Like if you got class that just in your class for 30 minutes, you have students in your class for 30 minutes per class session. You can do the first part of the session where you paint the paper, and then the second session where you cut out and glue down the other parts of the collage. for the composition to be just right. Glue down your body of your lizard in the middle. Glue that down. Oh, I done got confused. Okay, here we go. Got confused, sorry. Put this on this side. I would say don't cut it in half. It might get a little confusing. Bring it down just a little bit. And then you add your other piece. And voila. There you have your paper collage of your butterfly, similar to Eric Carle's. And what you can do is have your students get a crayon to draw their feet, antennas, eyes, and so forth. Okay. Now you can go a little further and add other things. I'm going to show you. Tissue paper, and I have other pieces of paper. Here's a paper that the students did in another lesson. And basically you have students cut out different shapes so they can glue it down. So I want to just show you some things. I like this. I'm going to do this with the older kids, depending on the time frame you have for each class. You can also have your students do this on the first day when they're painting their basic paper for the butterfly. They also can do this as well. And this is basically those paint dots that I did over and over again. And voila. I also add tissue paper. Eric Carle also added tissue paper to his work. Now, tissue paper is kind of funny when you glue it down. I'll just get the older kids to do this. It can be a little difficult. Get one more color. Put some red to add a little flair to it. Let me see, I'm gonna put this. this. Put it right there. For some reason I'm doing rectangles. I don't know why, but just go with the flow. You have your students just basically rub their hand across the glue. That's okay. Let's put it on top of that. That looks kind of cool. I think the more your students add, the better. And remind your students that it doesn't have to be perfect. I know a lot of times the designs on a butterfly looks perfect and symmetrical and all that, but on this project, just remind them that it doesn't have to be perfect. If things are a little off, that's okay. I know sometimes my students get upset with things not being exactly perfect, whether it's a drawing or artwork, whatever. And I'm gonna stop right there, but I can go way, way more in depth with adding different designs and shapes and stuff with tissue paper and other paper to add to the collage. But this pretty much is it, and I think your students will love it. Thanks.